This week, we're going to take a look at Epic's free game, Yoku's Island Express. This game is free on the Epic Games Store through September 9th. The page here says it is a unique blend of pinball mechanics, platforming, and open world exploration. That seemed pretty interesting to me, so we're going to jump into this game and take a look. Alright, the purpose of these is going to be to jump in and look at the game mechanics and what you can expect from this game to kind of give you an idea if it's worth downloading. So here we are at the launch screen. We're going to go ahead and press a key. Looks to be a pretty minimal interface. I have jumped in here already and set up some of my options, sound volumes and things like that. But let's go ahead and start a new game here. Okay, I find this interesting. Slot 1, slot 2, and slot 0. That feels very much like something a programmer would come up with. And programmers tend to start array counting at 0. So let's go ahead and say that. Okay, we've got a game and a randomization mode. I'm assuming that's some kind of campaign. So let's see what randomization mode is. Explore the island. Okay, all the unlocks are randomized. So this looks to be for replayability. Interesting here, you've got seeds. So that's kind of cool. If people have discovered, it looks like you can even save seeds. So that's kind of cool. People have discovered different combinations of the world, I'm assuming. It did say that the game was based off an open world exploration. So that might be something worth looking at later. We're going to go ahead and just start a standard game to get a feel for what this game looks like. All right. Okay, so we got a cutscene here. We'll go ahead and let that play out. It's got almost like a hand-painted art style, which is very interesting. Oh, that was ominous. Yeah, even in the fish there, you can kind of see the hand-painted art style. Okay, so this is the first thing I noticed just from a general interface. You'll notice in the options, nowhere did it give me like a list of controls. But here it is showing me kind of like a tutorial of, okay, you can move left and right. Up and down doesn't seem to do anything. Triggers aren't doing anything. Also, you can move with the D-pad or the stick. That's kind of cool. Okay, there's some kind of a map. Oh, it's bigger than I would have expected. Oh, and that appears to be an inventory. So I did jump in here a little bit earlier and notice that it also has keyboard controls. So I'm going to reach down. The A and D key or the arrow keys actually will allow you to move as well. All right, let's get moving. Okay, so there's something going on there. Just in my attempt to always see if I can break things, I think it's pretty standard to move right in a platformer, so let's go left. So I see some, looks like fruit, some power-ups. There's not a lot of interface here. I don't see any kind of HUD or anything like that. And I don't see a way to jump or go down, so let's just see if we can go to the edge of the screen here. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, so there we go. We got our first interface element. I don't see a way to get any farther, but this little tree, I can't tell if that's just background art or whatever. So this might be something we can explore later. Let's go ahead and head back and get the game going. So what I plan to do is, play for 10 or 15 minutes, kind of point out anything that I see as far as the mechanics. You can see that same art aesthetic, especially like in that branch hanging down, very hand painted looking. All right, well, I guess we're going to see what this guy does. Hopefully he doesn't eat us. Okay, so here we've got another interface element that is telling us what to do. Although it's not forcing me to do it. I'm going to assume I'm going to get blocked here eventually. Oh, there's more fruit. All right, another Okay, so here's your pinball elements. Now something I want to try. Okay, this is cool. So as I use the keyboard, it's showing me the keyboard version. So I'm hitting the left shift and the right shift. If I use the controller, it switches over and gives me controller hints. So that's kind of cool. All right, before we get too far, let's go ahead and go back and talk to that dinosaur. Let's try something else here. I'm gonna move. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So if I, again, move with the controller or move with the keyboard, it's giving me different hints. That's kind of cool. That's some nice work. So let's go ahead and start here. So I'm a new postman, and so I can still hit enter. That's cool. Okay, so enter array. So it's kind of cool that both controls are actually alive at the same time. All right, deliver it to Nim the translator. I do like, from an interface standpoint, they're color coding certain things. So, you know, it helps me pay attention to Old Postal Badge and Nim the translator are probably important things I should pay attention to. Okay, let's hit the button, see if it speeds up. Okay, it does speed up the text if you hit the button. There's Nim's name again. Okay, it seems to be he would have a bigger advantage having wings. Okay, same kind of thing. Cross something here. So I got the Old Postman's badge. Supposed to give it to Nim the translator. Okay, it auto took me into the map. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's unlocking some areas that I need to get to. If I press X, again, that's a pretty decent sized world. So the open exploration definitely seems to make sense. Now one of these buttons, okay. So there we go. So I've got a map, also giving me a tooltip in there to press Y to bring that up. I'll do the same thing if I reach down. Okay, so it's tab in the keyboard layout. Okay, so I kind of like that. As far as a design element of, it's feeding me the information that I need at the time. So, all right, let's get into this and get to playing. So I want to see how this pinball stuff works. So let's get into that. Okay, there's some fruit. Let's jump down there. Okay, so cool. They're like bumpers from pinball machines. Now, if I go through them again, does anything happen? Okay, at least not on this. Okay, that's interesting. So let's roll through here. Okay, not sure what that is. But I want to try something here. Let's restart from a checkpoint. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So these little flowers are some kind of a checkpoint. So if you can reach those, it's kind of an autosave. Okay, let's jump off of this real quick. Okay, so that bumper, yellow is the right trigger, blue is the left trigger, but these will actually work for both. So. All right, so this appears to be something I have to spend to get to. I only have 15, so let's... Now, there is no jump, so that's what's interesting about these pinball mechanics, is that's your way to move around, so... Okay, now those look to be big chunks of fruit, so let's look at... We got 19... Yeah, so those are worth 10. Ooh, okay. Foes for? Want to cross, you're going to have to pay the toll. Okay, so another color-coded piece of text, high cliffs above. That's probably important. Okay, well, it's showing me what it is. My mouth waters just thinking about them. Okay, so it's kind of a quest or a mission. Again, I like this. I like that it's kind of, you know, this Fog of War style map where it's showing me where I need to go. Okay, so we did collect enough. Okay, he didn't like that at all. Oh, that's interesting. What's that? Wickerling. Good fortune is bound to come to whoever collects a lot of them. Okay, I don't know. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Okay, so would I have been able to get back down there if I didn't get knocked back? Okay, I guess, yeah, you could just fall off of the thing. Okay, so the open exploration, the world of exploration definitely seems to be a big chunk of this. All right, let's get ourselves back up there. So we now have enough fruit to go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. Gives us a new thing. Some kind of a treasure chest. All right, let's keep rolling. I want to do a... Nope, I can't here. At some point, I want to leave some fruit and see if they last forever. So we'll do that next time. Whoa, okay. I missed that one. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So it looks like a way to get back. Yep, and then a way to move forward. So it's forgiving. If you miss something like that, you can get back here and basically try again. All right, so let's get into this. All right, so now, okay, so this is in the image from the original. Let's see if we can get ourselves to... Okay, this is interesting. So you can still move. So I wonder how much you can influence how you're going to open up. So let's go pinball. Okay, we lit something up there. Oops. See if we can fill these out. Oh, so those are again like the bumpers. Okay, well, fruit collection doesn't seem to be overly difficult. Oh, nice. All right, let's collect these things. Wow, I'm just being a little too quick. Can't get it to that other side. There we go. All right, is there anything else down there? Let's go ahead and kind of go back. Can we go back? There we go. Nope. I think we've exhausted this area. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a little mini puzzle that you discover, and then you kind of work your way through it before you go to the next area. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves back up to where we were. All right, so let's keep going. So during those sections, it doesn't appear that I have much control. Like I can't, doesn't feel like I can do anything. I'm kind of along for the ride, so. All right, so we got some kind of a blockage here. Okay, so again, I can't go through the platformer here, but it looks like I can force myself back down to it. Don't know how I get to the... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, that was bad. All right, let's get ourselves back up there. Oh, there's another bumper or something. Got me some more fruit. So my question will be is how limited of a resource are these fruit? Like I'm already at 50. So what I'm looking at is that blue bumper up there along the left. I wonder if that's something we can get to. Okay, here's something. Okay, he's asleep. All right, well, I'm assuming this is going to get us up, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. Noisemaker. It's not a post horn, but it'll do. Okie dokie. Now, from a level design standpoint, the fact that something is here, running into it doesn't do anything, but I betcha. Yep. So it's a pretty common, game design tactic to give you a power up, an item that we just got, and then give you things that you can use it with. So, okay, so let's collect some fruit. Wonder if this, yeah, we woke him up, it appears. So he's telling us more about the mushrooms. Okay, so we've got green, I'm gonna guess is good. Red is bad for poison. So a little foreshadowing, I guess, for stuff we might run into. Alright, I don't see anything we can do with this. Oh, pinwheels. I think there was a pinwheel back at that starting place. Alright, so here's another. Okay, so yeah, bottom right hand corner, you saw that it was saving, so. Okay, so here, okay, this is an interesting mechanic. So we've got a way to enter or not enter an area, and this looks like another kind of like a sub level, right? Like it's a little adventure area, so we'll come back to that in a second. All right, let's see if anything's up here. More fruit. Okay, just as an experiment, I'm gonna leave that fruit there because I'm interested to see, will it stay there forever or expire? Okay, this is interesting. So it's giving me kind of an overview of the general area. I can see in the upper right hand corner, that's where that mushroom's at that I'm trying to get to. So let's keep heading that direction. Okay, the fruit is floating. So I wonder if that's the mechanic. The mechanic might be that it stays for so long and then starts to work its way until it gets to a point like now, you know, there's no way that I can think of to get to it. Because again, I can't jump. So they are kind of time bound to a certain extent. All right, let's keep rolling. So I'm gonna guess we'll blast through that, grab the fruit. I see yellow bumpers up here. So these bumpers, okay, so they turned gray. So they went from yellow to gray. I wonder if that means, yeah. So the yellow may indicate that they are active. And then once they turn gray, you can't get anything out of them anymore. Now we're going to leave those two there for a second because those were already on the map. So we want to see if that makes any kind of a difference or a change. All right, what's down here? So we got another one of these. Where does that take me? Oh, another chest. What's in there? So I think these fruits that spawn out are the ones that are time locked where they'll actually move. So we'll sit here for a second. But the ones that are already on the map are the ones that will stay, I'm hoping. But eventually those didn't raise up, they just disappeared. So we'll take a look at that. See, let's get down here. All right, I think this takes me back to where I was. So let's go ahead and work our way back to where we were. All right, we can run up the hill. That's good. Okay, so these two stayed. So the ones that are just on the map seem to stay. The ones that you spawn out seem to have a limit. Either they float away or they just kind of disappear. Might be where they're at in the map. Like some of them might float away if they can, and then others might just disappear because they don't have a way to float away. All right, let's progress forward here. All right, so we have another one of these little. So let's enter this one. Okay, so we've got ourselves into kind of a mini map little section here, a little adventure section. Same kind of thing. We've got these bumper items that are giving us fruit. Okay, that one went from yellow to gray, so I'm gonna guess that it's probably done. Okay, these are floating, so you'll notice that one at the top there is starting to float away. And that one up there is still yellow. Is it still going to keep giving us? Okay, so that ain't went to gray. So that's probably the end of. Okay, now he seems to be able to hold his own. Yeah, he can hold his own on the grass here. But if he drops down here, he can't. Okay, so there you saw that one disappear as well. Okay, let's see if we can get up farther. Nice. Oh, we jumped over the magic mushroom. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's probably our way up right there. Let's see if we can get up there. Juicy Cove Mushroom. Okay, so this is a new mechanic here. Okay, so it just opens up. Alright, is there anything else up here? Oh, I got him trapped. Okay, there we go. Oh, what's this? Oh, the poison one. Okay, well, it didn't poison me. That's good. Alright, let's see if we can finish clearing this section out. We still got a bumper up there that's... Oh, that was different. Not sure how I got stuck into something. Okay. Might be easier to get to this bumper from... Oh, nice. So a lot of things seem to be... After you do one thing, you get more, you get something else. I also noticed there on the left there are some... Oh, that's cool. There's a couple of those like unlockable dots that we saw in the previous level. So we might try to see if we can get to those. Wow, if your pinball skills aren't good, you have to try things a few times. Alright. So here's where the completionist in you could get you in trouble. I still see that bumper to the left there, or to the right, sorry. It's still yellow, which makes me feel like there's still fruit in it. But that being said, like I said earlier, I think fruit is not a commodity that you're too worried about. Like, I'm already at 83 here. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves over to that left-hand side. All right, I'm guessing this flipper. We get a good angle. There we go. Okay, yep, so that lit up one of those little dots. Let's see if we can get a second one here. Nope. Wanted to see if I could just power over that. Okay, so the first time he came down, he ran right off of this, but that time I was able to hit the brakes. So I think it's important to remember, like, my pinball mentality will kick in a little bit, and that you can actually control your character as well, and that can make a difference. Oh, I tried to pull him over to the left there, but it didn't work. Nope. Okay, so let's get ourselves back up there. So here I can hit the brakes, right, and set myself up. So let's try to drop just to the end there. All right, so there we got more fruit, which is already floating up. So sometimes you must have to move a little quicker. Oh, I missed. I could wait for him to cross the track there, I guess. So that's interesting that as long as you intersect them, it doesn't matter if you're technically on the right path or not. Like, it let me collect the fruit even though I was not technically there. All right, I think we've cleared that area. Oh, that's nice. So this is probably our way back. Now, I think there was one other area that we didn't get to when we saw that first little tree stump thing. So let's see if we can work our way back. So how did we get up there? I think it was this way. So yeah, so this was the first area. I thought there was a second one though. Let's see if we can get back over there. I may cut this out. Yeah, see there. Oh, here it was. Yeah. So here's another, call it an adventure area. So they're almost like these little mini pinball maps that you can play as you're kind of going through. All right, that unlocked something up there. All right, let's see if we can break this one. Nice. Oh, that's a lot of fruit. And see, so we're already at 100. So unless they start to get a lot more valuable down the road, I'm guessing the completionism of you have to collect every piece of fruit's probably not that big of a deal. All right, how do we get out of here? I'm gonna guess the blue flipper. Will that get us back up there? Or is there a way to go down? I don't see a way down. So let's see if we can blue flipper our way back up. There we go. Okay. I think we've cleared most of the map. Let's go ahead and head back down. We've got the sea monster thing to talk to there. But I do want to check something. So that's our checkpoint. Okay, so this is new. So we acquired that noisemaker thing at the top, and now I'm seeing, you know, new options. So they're definitely taking the exploration part of this seriously. So what do we got? Lazy slub. Okay, another one of these wickerlings, which I don't know what they are. So is that our second one of those? Yep, so we got 2 of those. Got our 2 toadstools. All right, I don't think we've acquired anything that would let us go underwater. But let's go ahead and jump back here. Yeah, it doesn't let me use the noisemaker thing. But just as the completionist, we're gonna pop over here. Oh, okay, so there's something else. I was coming back for this little windmill. Again, don't need the fruit, but... Oh, we're a dung beetle. Okay. We do not usually get many visitors. One, unfortunately, still lost his treasures. Okay, so they're hinting at we'll be able to go underwater at some point. And actually now the game makes a little more sense. The whole dung beetle rolling a ball, although it's kind of gross to think about, that's a ball of dung that I'm rolling around hitting with flippers, but... Okay, I think let's go talk to the serpent, and we'll call this first look good. I think it's shown us everything is like the base mechanics of what the game is. Okay, it did save, so something to consider if you make certain progress is roll back over these save points. It looks like it saves every time that you do, so that's a good thing to know. All right, let's see what this guy has to say. Whoa. Okay, so I've got the A option. Okay, so we have our choice. Do we want to give him the mushroom that he asked for, or do we want to give him the poison version? I'm just going to give him the mushroom because that's what we were asked for. All right, so completed the feed the eel quest. It says our map was updated. I don't know that I see anything. Yeah, these are definitely some big maps though, so I could see There's definitely a story going on here. It kind of leads you about the level pretty well. So we've got, looks like, let's get to this save point. I think we'll call this a good spot to end this first look. So in general, the art aesthetic is pretty cool. You know, it's basically a 2D platformer. What I like about it is you don't have the ability to jump. So this idea of this pinball mechanic that I read about when this game, you know, hit the free library for Epic Store, I was wondering how they were going to implement that, but it's pretty interesting. Is you have to kind of use the pinball pieces, so these little things here, that's how you get verticality, right? It's like I can't leave this plane until I use one of these things, and then that gets me my verticality. The ability to steer your pinball though is kind of cool as well. They seem to be like, the harder I push or softer I push doesn't seem to really, like if I just barely push this, I seem to get the same as if I slam it down. So they're preset, but as far as, you know, cool level design, yeah, it's an interesting game. Okay, so here's another puzzle mechanic. So it looks like it's a lot of exploration to unlock puzzles in order to kind of keep continuing on. Now again, if I come back down here, I can resave, so we'll save there. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think I could see myself spending some more time in this. So hope you enjoyed this kind of first look. Again, this game is free on the Epic Games Store through September 9th. So for 1 week, they swap them out every Thursday. Every week I'm going to try to pull down and just kind of do an exploration of each free game. As a game developer and game designer, it's especially good to do this so that you can see what other developers are doing, especially if they're the types of games that you normally wouldn't play. I can't say I play a lot of platformers, but it does give you the ability to jump in and look at new game mechanics. So I hope this was somewhat useful. Again, if you like this game, go ahead and download it yourself. You can play it for free. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, go watch, play, or create something great.